Family says that they did not see accountability today. That family packed to Prince George's County courtroom for the sentencing of a 14-year-old. When that teen was just 12 years old, police say that he shot and killed 13-year-old King Douglas. Douglas's family wore the victim's picture on their shirts to make sure everybody saw King's face at. We want to get right over to Stephanie Ramirez. She joins us live from the Prince George's County Courthouse with a story you'll only see here on Fox 5. Steph?
Angie, I can tell you it was an incredibly tense and emotional nearly 2-hour sentencing hearing held today in Prince George's County, where we heard testimony from even 13-year-old King Douglas's little sister, the family calling for justice, asking for this now 14-year-old suspect to be held in some kind of capacity. The judge, though, saying that it is his job to follow Maryland law when it comes to juveniles, ordered this suspect under indefinite supervised probation. Victim's mother says this is a slap in the face.
To completely allow this boy to have freedom after a murder and saying, you know, I understand how serious the crime is, and then allow this boy, there's no worse crime than murder, and you allowed this child to get off on a murder case that he admitted to. It's crazy to me. It's heartbreaking. It's sad. I'm worried. I'm really worried for our juveniles.
And guys, King's family and mother, frustrated with the county's push for rehabilitation, wanted a tough sentence to serve as an example to any future youth engaging in this type of violence. It was back on April 17, 2021, while we're told school was out because of COVID. Ja'Kay McKnight says her son had asked to go hang out with friends, something his father said today he rarely does. McKnight says she dropped him off at the Capitol Heights Dave & Buster's, and later that evening, police responded to Ritchie Station Court to find the 13-year-old shot and unresponsive. Officials say a fight erupted between two groups. We're told the suspect's friend had been stabbed in that fight. When our Fox 5's Lindsay Watts first reported on this shooting, she learned from police that a 12-year-old boy later confessed to the shooting of 13-year-old King Douglas, and that a friend had handed the suspect the gun in court. It was also described, that gun there, as loaded with hollow point bullets, and the victim was shot in the back. Now, there are very strict juvenile privacy laws in the state of Maryland, so we are prohibited by the court from identifying this 14-year-old, even though he confessed and is now sentenced in this killing here. It should also be said, guys, we heard in court today that if the 14-year-old were to plead guilty to second-degree murder as an adult, he could be facing a max of 40 years.
Wow. Steph, so the now 14-year-old, as you mentioned, confessed, gets to stay home at this point. What has the family of the victim said? Have they said anything?
Well, here's what's going on in terms of the order today. So under his supervised probation, the judge said he has to put a GPS monitoring device back on, has to undergo both family and individual counseling, is what we're told, and also has to undergo anger management. Now, I didn't speak to the family, but I talked to the public defender representing this 14-year-old, who called this all a horrible situation, but emphasized that when this shooting happened, that the then 12-year-old was identified as, or found to be incompetent, not understanding of what was going on for about a year. That public defender saying it's because he was so young. She also said that the ruling today shows, or that the judge recognizes, there has been growth here. Angie, back to you.